Bambin. Goody. Sakilamis. What they do, man? This is ShocMane, ShocMane. You know what I mean? We back with these reaction videos. We got new reaction videos coming up for you. And then, we're just over here messing with the sound effects right here, you know what I mean? Messing with the sound effects right here. But yeah, man, we got an artist right here coming up that we about to do a reaction videos to. It's a legend in my eyes, you know what I mean? It's my favorite artist of all time. You know what I mean? It's your brother, it's Shoc, man, you know what I mean? So we going over my new single right now called Black Yall. You know what I mean? It's the first single off the Reparationist mixtape, Reparationist album, call it what you want. But yeah, we going in, man. It's the first single. And, we're just setting the precedence with this single right here, because, if you ain't really on that pro-black tip when you listen to this album, that real hip-hop vibes, you know what I mean, from the 80s, like KRS-One, like Chuck D, you know what I mean? You ain't really going to be on it. So that's the song that we started the album with, just to set the precedence. Then you hear the rest of the Reparationist album. So let's get to it, man. Black Yall, man, produced by me. Let's go, man. Yeah.
Shoc. Black like Tucson, black like the king, this I lean. Black like RGB, and we coming for the clean. Name something God will forgive. Transland slavery, real easy. Black like Tommy John Carlos on the TV, and we shining like Weezy. Shoot my shot like a Venus, so black to the season. Black like Ali and King in the meeting. My business, so black you can taste it. Say to their face, be the nations. Black like I'm Marley, light skin but I'm Garvey in the heart.
Black like I'm Douglas.
Black like I'm Douglas. I don't give a damn, this is my shit.
Black backhand and your mommy.
Black backhand and your mommy fussing. I'm shit and disgusting. With the shit it ain't nothing. Flip the script like I'm Russian. Give me clips for protection. I'm the split that direction. I'm the either no me no spectrum. Lyrical perfection. So natural, damn hell Williams with the scalpel. So black that I'm Moor, so black that I'm Hebrew. Black is a mindset. You ain't God, you ain't black yet. You ain't God, you ain't black yet. Black like I'm Vishnu, and the Fisher. Black like a minister, and the flow so original. Yeah, the flow so original. Yeah, the flow so original. Black like a Tucson, black like a king. This
Black like RGB,
black like RGB, and we coming for the cream. Name something God won't forgive. Transland slavery, real easy. Black like Tommy John Carlos on the TV, and we shining like Weezy.
Shining like Weezy. Alright, you know what I mean? Hey, young man going in, man. Young man going in, man. You repping it. He's repping it for all his peoples right there. You know what I mean? So this Reparationist album, we going straight in. We talking to like the the core audience, and of course anybody want to join in who want to hear it out, vibe with us, because that's one thing about me, whatever I'm talking about, it's gonna be fly. The music gonna be hard, because you know what I mean. So yeah, I produced that myself. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, I don't think y'all understand, man. So I'm gonna go back with the lyrics, man. That's like I do it for the brothers. I'm gonna do it for myself. You know what I mean? So the first verse is black like Vishnu. You know what I mean? Black like Vishnu, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's so black that it's blue. That's how black the first verse is, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me start. So I start the verse like black like Tucson, black like the king, Desaline. So Tucson's Tucson Libertier, you know what I mean? That's why we got the Haiti shirt right now. You feel me? Desaline, the king, you know what I mean? I call him the king because, he's the emperor. He's the first emperor of Haiti. He gave himself the emperor title, you know what I mean? The man born as a slave, died as an emperor, like who do you hear a story about that? And it's basically just like my roots. You know what I mean? You know, Haiti is the first black independent republic. You know, it don't get blacker. That's why I first started with that. That's part of the hook. And you know, even like you look up, you know, George Washington's views on the Haitian Revolution. He ain't like all that stuff. You feel me? George Washington was, you know, sending out money to the French to help them war against us, and you know, the people in the South, the whites in the South was all, you know, worried about a revolution going on down there because of Haiti. So, you know, man, you know, that's why I started off with that, you know, because the first black independent republic is Haiti, you feel me? Where my people is at, you know. So we black like Toussaint, black like the King, Dessalines, black like RGB, red, black, and green, you know what I mean? Marcus Garvey, and we coming for the cream. And then, you know, if you look at the Haitian flag, the original Haitian flag is red and black, and the Marcus Garvey colors are red, black, and green. You know, I've heard there's certain influences with that. You know, so those are connected. You know, black like RGB, and we coming for the cream. And I mean, we coming for the cream. You know, the album's called Reparationist. You feel me? So we coming for the cream. Name something God won't forgive. Transcend slavery. Real easy. So I mean, there's plenty of ways I could explain that. I mean, all you gotta do is just read the Bible. You know, these people was enslaved for 400 years. He came back with Moses, so of course he won't forgive that. You know what I'm saying? Name something God won't forgive. Transland slavery, real easy. And you know, we in the nation too, so he came into person. You know what I mean? So that's why we got all these sightings right now. Motherships around the corner. You know what I mean? So name something God won't forgive. Transland slavery, real easy. Black like Tommy and John Carlos on the TV. You know, Tommy and John Carlos. So it's basically, I put their names together. It's the two brothers that put their fist up, you know, and the Olympics. You know, a lot of crap happened to them just because of the main brother who got the gold, who put his fist up. You know, they hated on him for that. He really suffered for that. You know, so I had to give the brother a shout out. Black like Tommy and John Carlos on the TV. And we shining like Weezy. You know, that's my brother, Weezy. Yeah, that's the MC. And we shining like Weezy. You know, you stay with the diamonds. Shoot my shot like I'm Venus. So black, check the seasoning. Venus Williams. You know what I mean? The tennis player. So shoot my shot like I'm Venus. You know, they always get on because she's the black boy, you know what I mean? But my sister, she gorgeous queen. So, you know, shoot my shot like I'm Venus. So black, check the seasoning. You know, black people, we like the seasoning. You know, black like Ali and King in the meeting. Mind your business. Mind your business. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, Ali and King, Muhammad Ali and Reverend Martin Luther King, they're in the meeting and stuff like that. I think I got it cued, you know what I mean? He said, let's hear what Ali said to himself, you know.
What did you discuss back in the hotel room? Nothing, just friends, just like Khrushchev and Kennedy and everybody. When the people, all of the politicians of all other white races come together, and they, although they believe different, they think different, whites can come together and discuss the common cause. But whenever a few of us come together, the world is shook up. And I say, whatever went back there, it's our business. Reverend King,
our business. You see, he kept on pushing it, Reverend King. Nah, bro. Our business, man. Mind your business. You feel me? You feel me? Black like Ali and King in the meeting. Mind your business. So black you could taste it. You feel me? Because it got that seasoning. You know what I mean? Say it to their face, League of Nations. That's I'm referring to Haile Selassie when he told the League of Nations, you know, about the you know the song "Everywhere Is War." Bob Marley actually sing his words, you know, until the philosophy, which old man's, you know what I'm saying. Until, let me see if I can remember it. The philosophy, which old man's inferior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited, and abandoned. Everywhere is war, which until the philosophy. Let's pull up the lyrics just so we could just be accurate. But basically going into the philosophy of being one being better than the other just because of skin color and stuff like that, and it's the basis of Rastafarianism, and I always give a shout out to the elect of God Rastafari. So that was a shout out right there. Say it to their face, League of Nations. So League of Nations was before the UN. Let me see if I can pull up. Everywhere is war. Lyrics. I want to make sure I get it right. Which holds one man inferior. Yeah, exactly. Until the philosophy which holds one race superior in another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war, Mr. War. And you know how like people, the milk toast people will try to put it on the nation. Oh, you saying that? No, we're reacting to that philosophy, which holds one race an inferior in another superior, or you know what I mean. So it's like we're reacting to that. So so that's basically That's why I put that in there. Just to say to their face, League of Nations, because when he said that, that was big. That's almost setting yourself up for death. Saying that at that time too. Okay, say to their face, League of Nations. Black like a Marley. That's why I said that next. Light skinned, but I'm Garvey in the heartbeat. Black like I'm Douglas, Frederick Douglass. I don't give a damn. This is my shit. But Frederick Douglass. Anybody who follows Frederick Douglass, that's how they talk. They, put your bucket down and work and own what you got. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. Frederick Douglass mindset was we ain't going back to Africa. This is what we own right here. So. I just had to shout out. That's a Black American ancestor, still an ancestor. You feel me? Black like I'm Douglas. I don't give a damn. This is my shit. Black backhand on your mama if you're fussing. If you don't understand that, you're not that black. Or you didn't come up in those brutal times, so I understand that a little bit. Black backhand on your mama if you're fussing. I'm the shitlin' disgusting. Chitlins, swine. I'm the shitlin' disgusting. Rip the shit, it ain't nothing. Flip the script like I'm Russian. Russians never put us in slavery, so and really, especially what they doing right now when it comes to like Africa and all that. That's why I just spit right there. Flip the script like I'm Russian. Give me clips for protection. That's what he's doing with the brothers in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And they got beef over that. So, that's really flipping the script, because you never would have think that would happen. But now, that's one of the reasons why they're ahead, because they never had themselves involved in that. So the Africans can't really say, hey, you colonizer. You can't call them colonizers. You feel me? So flip the script like I'm Russian. Give me clips for protection. You gave them guns. I done slipped that direction. Oops. I'm the ether, no me, no spectrum. I'm the ether, no me, no spectrum. So, true ether, true blackness is ether. You know what I mean? Just, that's the blackness that make the space, like the Black Root Science says. You know what I mean? That's how you even see light is through true blackness. You know what I mean? So. It's the essence of all colors. Blackness is the essence of all colors. So it's not a color, it's the essence. So without blackness, you can't see any spectrum of colors. You know what I mean? I'm the ether, no me, no spectrum. You know what I mean? Lyrical perfection. Because they also say melanin also can, it really conducts electricity well. Lyrical perfection. So natural. Daniel Hale Williams with the scalpel. You know what I mean? Daniel Williams is the brother that did the first open heart surgery. You know what I mean? Daniel Williams with the scalpel. So black that I'm Moor. I know the Moors won't like that. That's why I said it. Just to mess with the brothers. But they understand what I'm saying, if they really understand what I mean. That if you are really trying to practice those practices, you're really trying to be as original as possible. So whatever you call yourself at that and you feel like that is the most original, you feel me? You know, that's your blackness. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you don't call it black, it's still black. That's your form of blackness. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Hope the world understand what I'm saying. You feel me? You so black, you don't even call yourself black. You call yourself a Moor. Just to go back to the essence of the ancient black people, which really Moor means black anyways. You know what I mean? So black that I'm Moor. So black that I'm Hebrew. You know what I mean? You so black that you Hebrew, meaning that you ancient like that. You know what I'm saying? So you so black that you don't even call yourself black, that you refer yourself to the ancient Hebrews that's connected to the ancient Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? So you so black that's how black you are. You feel me? Because you know the brothers don't like using that. But you know, in the end of the day, we're not talking as if, oh, your nationality. That's not what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about your status in law. What we're talking about is your very essence, is what we've been calling each other, what we've been doing for the past trillions of years. That's why I put on my page, you know, imagine going to the Buka people of the Pacific Islands and telling them you're not black. Buka means black. You know what I mean? So we've been calling ourselves that forever. Like when you go back to like Amun Ra, the Lord of the perfect blackness. That's over 5,000-6,000 years ago. Like, that's a very ancient God. And so that's how long we've been using the word black. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the essence of who we are. So we ain't talking about all that other stuff, you know. Everything has a context and everything is true in every context, all right? So you so black that I'm Moor, so black that I'm Hebrew. Black is a mindset. You ain't God, you ain't black yet. We wouldn't be here if everything else wasn't black. If the black man wasn't here, there wouldn't be nothing else that can produce us, because recessive can come out of the dominant, but the dominant can't come out of recessive. Mendel's law. You know what I mean? So if you ain't God, you ain't black yet, because God is the essence of all of that. You know what I mean? So we're the original people. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's out the darkness, then came the light. You feel me? So you ain't God, you ain't black yet. Black like I'm Vishnu. You know what I mean? And go back to some, like Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the black nation is part of the God's family. You feel me? So just put that out there. But black like I'm Vishnu. That's how I said this song is black. The first verse is black like Vishnu. Because Vishnu is so blacky blue. You feel me? Black like I'm Vishnu. And the finisher, I ended it with the finisher. You feel me? That's the finger four. That's the frog splash. That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the finisher. And I'm black like the minister. When I say the minister, if you be in this page long enough, if you're around the brothers, when I say the minister, I'm talking about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So, so that's why I put out this video on my page. You know how he said, ain't nobody blacker than me. You might not be blacker than me in skin, but you ain't blacker than him in the mindset, in the heart. You feel me? So that's really what I'm talking about in the song. You feel me? So, and the finisher, and I'm black like the minister, and the flow so original. And the flow so original, and the flow so original. The reason why I repeat that 3 times, original is really what we are. You know, for me, that's the proper term for the ancient people. We're the original people. We call ourselves black, because black is the essence of everything. It's the original too, also. But it's just a slang. You know what I mean? It's a mindset. But it's not exactly what our name is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a slang, you feel me? So that's why I say the flow is so original. So it's, you feel me? Goes right back to the essence. And the flow is so original, and the flow so original, and the flow code original. I wish I put that in there, but I didn't. Okay, and we go back to the hook. Black like I'm Tucson, black like I'm King, Dessalines, black like I'm RGB, and we coming for the cream. We coming for the cream. Name something God won't forgive. Translate slavery, real easy. I'm black like Tommy John Carlos on the TV, and we shining like we. All right, second verse. I mean, it's only a 2-minute song. We 20-minute explaining it. Look. As you know, I'll just get on the record and just say any damn thing. Y'all know that. All right, second verse, very short. We're going to end it like this.
Black like no coffee, no cream, get it off me. Silk cream, why you salty? Mugabe, like the collar walk 7 times around me. I'm a rock dog, I'm a perfect black. Change your damn pictures in the churches black. Change the damn pictures in the churches black. Putin change the pictures in the churches black. Black.
Yeah, Putin did do that now. So yeah, man, black like I'm coffee. No cream, get it off me. I mean, that's self-explanatory, but I'll explain a little. You know, like Malcolm said, well, you know, you got that strong black coffee with cream in it. That's when the cream start making us the coffee don't wake you up no more, put you to sleep. And the more cream you put in it, you don't got that blackness no more, you feel me? But you know, it's all love, man. I'm just messing around, you feel me? But you know, just going right back to, you know, like the type of essence of some of the things that original people do and like, and you know, even coffee is an Ethiopian practice. You know, at one time it was illegal in the Catholic Church. They used it like it was a narcotic. You feel me? So black like I'm coffee. No cream, get it off me. Supreme, you know, which is the best on top of everything. Why you salty? You know, there's plenty of evidence of the saltiness of, you know, of black people. You feel me? That's the very reason why Putin had to come out and show the black Jesus and the black apostles and the black angels and stuff like that, to show that, you know, we've been hiding this stuff. Yeah, we've been hiding this stuff. We have all that of that, but we don't want to let y'all know what it is. So you're salty. Supreme, why you salty? Mugabe. Hey, if you like that super pro black stuff, you ever want to hear somebody talking that stuff, you know, and he a little raw too, you feel me? Pull up some Mugabe quotes. Matter of fact, let me pull up just one quote. Just for fun. I hope y'all can bear with me. I'm going to pull up one Mugabe quote. Let me get a Mugabe quote. Just if you're on that blackness tip, you know what I mean? Mugabe something else, man. That boy kept it 3,000. And you know he was he was in the army, so he didn't. Let me see what he said. See, this is a Mugabe quote. So Blair, keep your England, and let me keep my Zimbabwe. You understand? Mugabe was a real one, bro. He ain't give a damn, bro. He told them what folks how he felt, bro. Let me see if I can get another one. He said, stupidity is when you kneel down to greet your pastor and stand up to challenge your husband and call him names. Ah! It's OG, man. one more Mugabe quote and I'm done. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, Mugabe the realist. He said, in Africa, the only warning they take seriously is low battery. Damn. That's how much he be out there talking that thing, you know what I mean, trying to wake up the people, you know what I mean? Mugabe. Like the Kaaba walked 7 times around me. You know, the Kaaba is the house of Abraham, and when you do a pilgrimage in Muslims, you walk 7 times around the Kaaba, you know, and they used to do that in ancient times too, in Egypt, in those temples too. They used to, you know, walk 7 times around. So, you know, the Kaaba's black too. And I've heard some Muslims joke around. It's like, you've been in the White House, but this is the black house. You know what I mean? You know, like the Kaaba walked 7 times around me. You know what I mean? Amun Ra, dog. I'm the perfect black. I told you, Amun Ra is the Lord of the perfect blackness. Change the damn pictures in the church is black. Change the damn pictures in the church is black. Putin, he did it. You won't do it though, but Putin will do it. Putin changed the pictures in the church is black. You know what I mean? So this song is to set the precedence, to get you in a mindset when you listen to this album that this is about to get black. You feel me? It's about to get 100. You know what I mean? Like, we got the minister on it. We got Hillary Beckles on it. You know, we talking about reparations, you know? So come on now. You don't get blacker than this. So yeah, man. I just had to go over this track, man. This young man's kicking doors down right now, you know what I mean? He's giving you knowledge and he's making it funky at the same time. Lord have mercy. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, check out my single, Black, y'all. Blackity black, the black, y'all. Right now it's out on all platforms. Check it out, man. I'm working on the video. I'm sneaking it up on y'all, but you know, I'm working on the video too. And then Run the Reparations come after that. And, you know, I got some other songs with the Reparationists. We're going to still keep it funky. We're still going to have some fun, but we're going to tell the truth. And, you know, we're just speaking to the core right now. Lightning might come in after that. But, you know, we're going to bounce back and forth to it. You know, I am the new Chuck D. You know what I'm saying? So, bem. Qu'est-ce que ça privé là? Peace, y'all. Check out my single, man. You know, add it on your playlist, man. Peace.
Shoc. Black like Tucson, black like the king. This I lean. Black like RGB, and we coming for the clean. Name something God won't forgive. Transland slave.